You know how else we're getting played? The fucking employment market is one of the biggest players right now. Okay, let me tell you about my life for the past 5 months.
Okay, let me hear.
I
already know, but
I was contacted in early October 1st to be exact, by a pretty prominent company. All right, won't say their name. They asked me to go and they asked me to interview for a role there. I interviewed for the role there. Marathon interviews, okay? 5 interviews, all right?
Is that the longest that you ever had to do with a career?
No, it hasn't. It wasn't the longest. The longest had to be the first time I ever applied to Riot Games. The first time I applied to Riot, it was like 4 or 5 panels of like 2 or 3 people at a time.
How long are we talking? Half hour?
Some of them were, yeah. They were really long interviews.
So like 5 half-hour interviews?
6-7 hours of your life goes to these interviews.
Yeah.
A month, almost 2 months. So I went through this panel with this company, and I had to wait until like literally like right before Thanksgiving to find out that I didn't get it. So I was pretty bummed, right? I was pretty, I was like, fuck, I thought I had this. It seemed like an easy job. It seemed like it was a job that was just like, I could do it in my sleep.
Exactly.
I would have been working again. It would have been cool. I didn't get it. So I was like, all right, they were very transparent at that time. And they were like, this is why you didn't get it. We just felt like you were, basically they said I was overqualified, which is horseshit in some way, shape, or form. Because like, if I'm overqualified, you should at least call me and be like, hey, is this something you feel like you could realistically fucking do?
Or would want to do?
It would want to do for, I'm just, and at that point, I'm like, fuck yeah, like I want to get out there. I want to get, like, I feel good knowing that I have something to do every day, right? And like, not just this, but like, I love being busy. Like, y'all know I'm always doing something. You know what I mean? Like, this is the most that I've been kind of like, I like being productive. You know what I mean? And I was like, cool. If there's anything else open, let me know. They hit me back up December. So we're like 2-3, months of this going on now. I had to blitz through a 5-person interview panel within 2 days that went over 8 hours. It was pretty much a work day. It was pretty much a work day.
Wow.
Between 2 days, right? So from there, they're like, oh, well, everybody loved you. It was great. You're a priority candidate for us. We love you. All types of shit. They're basically fucking glazing me. I'm like, word, I got this shit. They're like, only thing is, we're going on break for the holidays early. So a week before most people within media went on break, the whole company went on break.
Only people who hire people are allowed to do that.
Well, clearly the whole fucking company was able to do that. So again, like, and I have friends that work at the company, and they were just basically telling me, hey, like, you should be good. Like, I feel confident about it. And I was like, yeah, I feel confident about it too.
And they asked you.
And they called me back, essentially. So I had to wait the whole holiday season. Pretty much. That's 14 to 20 days of just waiting for this job to come through. We'll hit you up on the week of the 6th, right? I'm like, all right, bet. Week of the 6th comes and goes. The next week, I'm like, all right, what's going on here?
They must have been at the Capitol.
I hit up I hit them up post inauguration. I was like, hey, anything going on? Like, I'm expecting an offer anytime now, right? Cool, right? Nope, no answer. Next week or last week rolls around. No fucking answer again. Another job that I was actually going for, 2 other jobs that I was going for actually hit me back with a decision. In the meantime, before that, I had I would say these companies, I had a interview at Apple, really nice people, didn't happen, didn't work, but they were transparent. They were quick.
Sure.
They were like, oh,
interview process was nice and all that?
Interview process was nice. They were like, it wasn't a good fit. I didn't feel like it was a good fit either because I would have had to be in office 5 days a week. So it wasn't something I really wanted to do. So I wasn't mad about it. I was like, yeah, I knew I wasn't getting this shit because I wasn't putting my best foot forward. I was like, cool. I had another one at Activision Blizzard, which was super cool process. They were really nice. They gave me dates. They were like, I'm gonna hit you back on this week. And when I didn't hear back, I hit them up and say, hey, I was supposed to hear back this week. They immediately hit me back and say, oh, because we're doing this. Yeah. And I'll hit you back after that. I hit them up after the break. I said, hey, what's going on with this role? Hey, they're gonna go in another direction. We're going to keep you in mind for some other roles. I said, cool, that's what's up. I'm not mad at the transparency. I hate the ghosting shit. I hate the waiting shit because that
feels like an MLM.
Yeah, like it's like that's agonizing. You know what I mean? It feels like was I really talking to the person that they said that they were? Is this real? I get the response today after 4 emails, I think, since. And I was like, usually I'm not that persistent, but at this point it's like, just let me fucking know. And anybody that's listening that's going through this as well, they probably feel me on this. The ghosting shit is the craziest part about anything recruitment, employment based right now. Mm-hmm. It is a fucking racket. It's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, as someone who's trying to find a job, this is everything. It's very hard out here. You know what I mean? It's very tough out here. Like, shit is expensive. People are getting laid off. And I work in the tech industry. People are getting laid off. They're laying off at Meta still because they don't want people with blue hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't give a fuck. You know how hard this shit is.
Because of fucking ByteDance.
Because of ByteDance. And you know how hard this shit is. You know how tough this is right now. People like they're betting their whole life, their whole livelihoods on this. People need transparency. They need honesty. They need kindness. I get the response today like, oh, well, there were a lot of skilled candidates. What the fuck the shit say? Like, there was a lot of skilled candidates, and you know,
it's like getting like a pre-written rejection after like getting like a huge, seemingly personalized carrot.
Yeah, it's like carrot on a stick. It's like, whoa, like because the thing is the rejection happens like paragraph 4. Mm-hmm. Rejection
okay. I was saying to Justin when I got a look at this email. I'm not somebody who cares about like professionalism really in any way. This was a really unprofessional fucking email.
It was so unprofessional.
And you're especially because you open it and you're like, you can just tell immediately like, oh no, this is bad.
Yeah.
Like you just know right away it's not good. And then it's just like, ugh, this is like, shut up.
It was like
why am I hearing all this?
It was like narrative. It was like narrative and conjecture written at the first 2 graphs. And then at the bottom was like, oh yeah, we decided not to take you. And then it was more personal shit afterward. It was like, I was like, what the fuck am I reading?
It was like breaking of kayfabe in like a weird and unhelpful way.
Yes, it was the most unprofessional. And to be clear, like there were a lot of like I've been talking to Pat through this whole process. There was mad unprofessional shit that was going on throughout the whole thing. Yeah. It was just like, even the first time I was interviewing with this company, it was like, you got this. They loved you. You're killing it. Like, it's like, you're not supposed to be telling me any of this shit. Like, you're not supposed to be telling me this because when you say stuff like that, it creates an expectation. And most people, they take that. It's a nugget. It's again, the carrot on the stick. It's like, oh, well, you know, they're giving me enough to nibble on, and then they're going to pull it away. They're Charlie Browning the football for me at the last second.
Yeah, it's a sense of comfort.
Yeah, like I felt comfortable that I was going to be able to do that. And then you pretty much, I could have been looking elsewhere for weeks.
Yep.
Because I was like, I got this in the bag. They've told me I got it in the bag.
I think you were even transparent with them as well, to just be like, hey, just I'm interviewing with so-and-so and so-and-so. And they're like, well, may the best company win.
Yeah, they said that shit. They said, we love a challenge. Yeah. I said, okay. Shit, nigga. Yeah. I was like,
shut the fuck up.
I was like, I got this shit. I was literally dusting my shoulders off. I'm like, cool, bet. I never felt like I was more on top of that. At this point, I just need them to just be honest. Just be transparent. Be blunt. Be like, yo, this didn't work because of this. And, you know, I obviously, like, I'm disappointed. I'm upset. I'm freaked out. I'm a lot of different emotions. But more than anything, I'm more just like over the shit. Like, I'm just like, this is so bullshit. I've been looking for almost a year now. And you know, shit's not getting better. And I think that again, I feel like recruiters are like preying on that sense of, and I don't mean this in a bad way, desperation. Like this isn't a bad time to be desperate. You know what I'm saying? Like
you mean the desperation isn't the bad thing?
Yeah, the desperation isn't the bad thing. You know what I mean? Desperation isn't the bad thing. The fact that they're preying on it is the bad thing. Yeah. Because people need
it's so funny that like someone's job is to give out other jobs and they're like mean about it.
Yeah, like and the thing is like they don't think they're being mean. It's like I personally don't care about like your personal shit. Mm-hmm. Like I just need you to tell me like what happened. You know what I mean? Like what went wrong? It's like you're telling me you it went from priority, we love you, to there was a lot of other people that I'm such. Yeah. When you saying that to other people, then the craziest part was they said all this stuff about all these candidates and they ended up hiring internal anyway.
if that's even true, I think they're liars. I don't even know you don't know what to believe.
I know
they handle it so poorly.
Yes, it was so many things that happened in that email that took me so many places. It low key reminded me of my layoff email from a year ago, and I had the year anniversary of that passed a week ago. And it was like, you know, that was so transformative for me to be laid off from a job that I thought was a dream job that I loved, that I honestly would have never left. You know what I mean? Like they would have had to fucking do what they did for me to leave that job. Yeah. But it caused me to grow in so many other different ways, caused me to be present more in my friends' lives and my wife's life, and, you know, just be more present in ways that I couldn't when I was knee deep in a campaign every single week. You know what I mean? And now that I'm at the point where I'm like, hey, I feel like I'm kind of grown. I'm like, oh, I'm seeing what the fuck was going on when I was, you know, going through all of this stuff. And, you know, it just sucks. You know what I mean? I feel like this shouldn't be hard, but yeah, we're still in a situation where people have to struggle with this every single day. And I emphasize a lot more with people who are struggling with this and going through it every day.